all of us, especially the family of SSP Kuwait chapter soon. And soon you will know why it is. Without delaying further, I would like to welcome to lovely, gorgeous and passionate, dedicated President of Kuwait chapter, Mr. Mazhuddin Sheikh. I would like to invite Mr. Mazhar to the welcome address. Before there is a safety moment. So, Mr. Ramna, could you please share the safety moment first?
Okay.
Ramna, can you start the video from the beginning, please?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Ramna. It's a wonderful safety moment which gave us a value-added lessons learned. So, further to proceed to this event, I would like to welcome our Vice President, Mr. Safdar Ali Khan, for the welcome notes.
Thank you, Ifham. for this SSP 24th technical PSM technical meet. On behalf of President Mr. Majruddin Sheikh, I welcome all the participants, and we will be having a wonderful session today itself. So we are having, as usual, we are having two speakers today, Mr. Rizwan Parkar and another gentleman, Mr. Tata Surya Prakash. So as a customary, we will be going with some case study and lesson learned. So this is the first meeting of PSM after the new term. So the new term is really very excited, and we look for your continued support by regular attending these sessions. And we will be surely learning some new lesson with this today event. So please participate very eagerly with this event, and on regular basis be a part of this journey, and we will be learning with all of this. Thank you, Mr. Ifam, for further proceeding.
Thank you, Vice President Mr. Safdar Ali Khan, for your nice words. Maybe later on, our President Mr. Majruddin Sheikh will be joining us, and he will share a very informative information to us at the end, I hope. So, dear viewers, now it's time to share with you the recent chapter activities before starting our events speakers. So, as an Environmental Day 2022, we have celebrated the World Environmental Day in the month of June, and there was a lot of participants where we have shared an informative information to members among us belongs to the society as well as the local people here in Kuwait and outside of the Kuwait. Next. We have also launched our Professional Development Conference 2022, which is going to be held in the month of November, and you are all encouraged to attend. And this was organized and launched on 5th of June at Safir Fintas Hotel, where our organizing committee, our chairman, director and deputy director and other core committees were attended, and they launched the magazine related to this. So we are, as a secretary, I'm requesting to you to pass this message to the companies and your fellow members and other co-companies to participate on it. We have also launched ASSP-GCC Excellence Award 2022, and it's very value added HSC Excellence Award for the companies, especially in the GCCs who are running the business here, and it will be a different type of award systems are there. We are going to recognize them on their basis of their performance. So it was launched on 5th of June, again with the support of our director, deputy director, and other core members. We have also conducted our annual general body meeting as per the practice at the end of the term 2021 and 2022, where our current and past president, current and past executive committee, head committees, subcommittees, our respected chairman, advisory committee, and other members attended this, and it was again with the support of KNPC. We have organized at Al Wataniya Club, where 85 participants was available, and we have recognized to our core committees, our advisories, and our mentors, as well as head committees and subcommittees over there. Yes, next. We have also organized a committee orientation meeting 2022-2023, where the head committees and their deputies attended this orientations, where we have given their shared their role and responsibilities, where they are going to perform this in this tenure. So it was in Kohinoor Hotel here in Fahel, and we encourage to our committee heads and their deputies for their voluntary support to us. Thank you very much. Next. We have also a wonderful Toastmasters club here in SSP Toastmaster Club. This is a very good platform for our SSP members who can join this platform, and he can enhance their skill through joining this platform, and a lot of benefits you will get it. In detail, you can contact to our SSP Toastmaster President, membership team, and other core committees to get more detail. We as we encourage always our members to be go through the good platforms, and we will enhance your skills and knowledge. We have some upcoming events. As I mentioned, PDC, which is going to be organized soon. So again, it is 11th International PDC Conference. Again, we have a GCC SSP GCC Excellence Award, and it is also going to be encouraged to the contractors and in Middle East and GCC to participate on it. We have a Bosch training, which is a module W505, Control of Hazardous Substances, International Certificate course. Who are the members, and other participants can be joined this, and it will be very value added in the HSC profession, especially who are going to be work in the industrial hygiene field. So we encourage to the members to join this value added courses, and probably it will be online course. So between 19th to 26th of August, and it's very informative and good for the career. We are going to organize again a PSM technical meet number 25, and it will be on 1st August 2022. Just for your information, every month we are organizing this technical meet, and it is encouraged to all members and their fellow and friends to participate on it. We are also going to be as an upcoming program, how to prepare a project, a specific HSE plan as a awareness session in August 2022. Safety posters competition is going to be organized through our outreach committee in the month of August. So you are encouraged to, with your friends, your family members, and your colleagues to participate on it. Next. Now, this was the activity which recent activities which we completed and upcoming activities. Now it's time to call our heroes who are organizing always such type of lovely programs. So the team who organized these events, I'm going to tell him that introduce their team members and the speakers of this event. So Mr. Arshad Ayub, who is a professional lead HSC engineer in Kuwait Oil Company, and he's giving his time as a voluntary. So Mr. Arshad Ayub, please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Abul Ifam. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this year's Kuwait ASSP Kuwait chapter's first PSM technical meet, which is a technical meet number 24. I hope you all are doing well, and first of all, I would like to thank ASSP Kuwait chapter for giving this wonderful opportunity for myself as well as the team to be part of the PSM committee this year. We hope that this year we are planning for many PSM related activities in ASSP Kuwait chapter. Soon we will be releasing our activity plan for the whole year. We will be having different types of technical meets as usual every third Wednesday of the month, like what we are having today. Every third Wednesday, I just want to remind all the members, so that every third Wednesday we will be having the similar type of PSM technical event with a different type of experts. Inshallah, we will be arranging this, as well as we will be planning for many different type of PSM activities this year. Maybe we will be having some type of HSC studies, trainings and awareness, maybe auditor courses, different type of things with the help of ASSP Kuwait chapter. And personally, I would like to thank the president, vice president, secretary, and also the admin team like Ramana and all. We have formed this committee this year with the intention to enhance our knowledge not only on the other construction safety related, but also on the PSM related. We have also conducted one of the PSM 60 course successfully 2 years back, just before the COVID-19. Hopefully, inshallah, this year also the similar type of PSM 60 course we will be doing this year. This is the brief introduction of the activities of PSM committee. Now coming to the today's speakers introduction. I have requested the two speakers in a short notice. Alhamdulillah, they immediately accepted our request and agreed to give their expert knowledge. Both the speakers are experts in PSM activities. One is Mr. Rizwan Jamaluddin Parkar. He is currently working as PSM engineer in KOC's PSM team, corporate PSM team. He is one of the well-experienced mechanical engineer with more than 10 years of experience in PSM. So he is going to present on the styrene gas leak incident. Just now we have seen the HSC movement, how horrible this incident has been occurred during the COVID-19 times in 2020. He will be briefing us how the incident has happened, what was the root causes, what were the lesson learned has been learned from this type of incident, what are the actions has to be taken in future to avoid similar type of incidents. This is Mr. Rizwan, and the second speaker is one of my close friend whom I have worked for many years in different projects, Mr. Tata Venkata Surya Prakash. He previously was in the Worley Parson. He has lead HSC engineer in one of the biggest projects in Kuwait, in North Kuwait especially. Currently, today he is going to present a case study on are we really learning from catastrophic incidents. So this is going to be one of the good experience sharing presentation. I request all the participants from the different expert knowledge to continuously participate on these presentations. Also share your expert knowledge at the end of the presentations so that we can have a fruitful conversation. This is not, as the presenters also told me, this is not going to be a one-way presentation. Hopefully, we will be having a two-way communication. Wherever you people are having the doubts, questions, please, you can also have this. And at the end, we are giving the time for all the participants to ask the questions. Also, as usual, after the end of the technical meet, we will be having a HSC quiz. So I request everyone to be focused on the presentation. There will be 6 questions coming from the quiz. So all the questions are related to the presentation slides. So at the end, there will be some benefits also for this. Thank you. Thank you, Ramana.
Okay.
Ramana, can you ask the
Yeah.
speaker to start presentation, please?
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Rizwanji. You can take over now, please.
Yeah. Good evening, all. I'm going to share my screen.
Your voice is audible. Yeah, you can continue.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Ramana.
Good evening.
Just let me know whether you are able to see my screen.
Yes, it's clearly visible. Only put it in slideshow mode. Sir.
Okay, thank you everyone, and I thank ASSP Kuwait chapter for giving me this opportunity to present this case study. I'm going to present a case study on the styrene gas leak, which recently happened in year 2020 in Vizag, one of the LG polymer plant. So basically, the incident happened on 7th May 2020. It was an uncontrolled styrene vapor release from the LG polymer plant from one of the styrene storage tank. This vapor release commonly known after that as a Vizag gas leak, and it was the unique major incident happened all over the world. Before this, there was not such a kind of incident have been observed. This incident actually took 12 lives.
Mr.
And
Rizwan, sorry to disturb you. Rizwan, can you please put the presentation in slide mode so that when you change the slide, we can see it.
yeah, I have put in the slide mode only. I don't know.
Just click one more time, please. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it is in slide mode.
No, I think first you. No, it is not in slide mode yet. Just click one more time, please. Let us see.
For me, it is coming in slide mode. Now?
No.
No, still we cannot see it in slideshow. Can you please stop
I'm
screening?
stop sharing.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you try it,
Again,
please.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Yeah, please. No. Just can you please re-click once again?
No, not coming. It's still.
No, it's not coming.
Go to slide share and start from the beginning.
Okay.
Share screen, please.
Now it is.
No, maybe it is not working. You get, please go ahead, no issues. Change your
Yes.
slides.
Go to top options are there, no, sir? Go to slideshow and
Yeah,
then
go to top. Rizwan, in the top, there is after home, there is a slideshow. Just check from there. It can. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
No, left.
slideshow.
उसके बाजू में, yes.
Now it is in slideshow.
No.
I think there is some.
Sure. Okay. Is it Apple's Mac?
Sorry.
Is it a iPad or something? Mac.
Your laptop is Apple MacBook.
No.
Okay, no issues. Please go ahead to next slide in the same format. No issues. If it is not working. Yeah, click that. Yeah, go ahead, this one. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Took about lives of 12 persons, and there were around 585 people who were hospitalized. Beside, there were loss of.
Can you change the slide, please?
This was the tank from where the styrene leak. So at around 2:31, if you see the timing, on 7.
Rizwan, sorry, your slides are not changing.
Excuse me.
Take time, maybe.
Could you please allow me to share otherwise?
Yeah, no
now it is working.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Raman.
Explain the summary, please.
I will help you, please.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Riyaz, you're having?
Yes, I'm sharing that one. Okay.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you. This incident happened on 7th May 2020. There was an uncontrolled vapor release from the LG polymer plant in Vizag from one of their styrene storage tank. The tag number was M6. This was the one of the major styrene of unique type, because before this in the world it was never seen like this kind of huge leak from the styrene storage tank. which apparently caused the death of 12 people and around 585 people were hospitalized. Beside that, there were loss of vegetation as well as some livestock like animals like cattle and other animals. So on the 7th, if you go to next slide, you can see the picture of CCTV footage actually taken from CCTV, where it shows the timing of 2:31 a.m. early morning. It was a normal condition. And the next slide, you can see at around 10 to 11 minutes, there was a leak started from the vent nozzle and the deep hatch of the tank. Then further after the around 10 minutes, on the next slide, you can see at around 2:50, there was a huge cloud which is spreading all over the nearby villages, which causes this unfortunate incident and death of the people. So this if you see, the process was very simple. It was a storage tank. The styrene is used to manufacture the polymer, that is polystyrene. It is stored in these tanks, and they have, each tank is provided with its own refrigeration system to cool down and maintain the temperature. As this styrene is if the temperature go above 25 degree, then it start polymerizing itself in the tank. So they have provided the refrigeration unit to cool the tank content. Next slide. So these are the typical properties of the styrene. Its boiling point is around 145. It's highly flammable. It's explosive, though it is very narrow range, but it is toxic also. You can see the TLV, the threshold value is around 50 ppm, and short-term exposure for 15 is 1000 ppm, and immediate danger to life and health is around 700 ppm. And it causes eye irritation, expression, and the depression of the central nervous system. You in the beginning of this presentation, we have seen the safety moment, which is the same one we are what I am explaining. You have seen the people falling on the street, and they were getting unconscious because of this gas inhalation. So there, after the incident, the government of Andhra Pradesh and along with the central government, they formed a committee of 9 members, where they have investigated and done the thorough investigation, and by visiting the site, meeting the people, getting in coordinating with the plant operating people and the management, and they have they have identified around 7 major root causes, not a single cause. It's multiple causes were identified, which are listed here. Like the first is the tank design, then the tank temperature control and measurement, then TBC monitoring. TBC basically is the polymerization. To inhibit the polymerization, there is TBC, tertiary butyl catechol, that inhibitor need to be added to avoid polymerization. Then operating procedures, availability of updated documents, knowledge and talent deficit, styrene quality testing. So there were multiple factors who affected this this allowed this incident to happen. If you talk about the tank design, actually this tank was initially built to store the molasses, because initially the plant was designed, means it was built to produce alcohol from molasses. Then later on it was taken over by Hindustan Polymer. They converted this unit into polyester manufacturing unit, where they use this existing 53-year-old tank. At present its age is around 53 year. So they use this tank to store the styrene, and which is only a mild steel tank without any coating, and it was insulated also. So apparently whatever temperature rise it was not dissipated to environment. That's caused further aggregation of the polymerization reaction and further release of the styrene from the vessel, from the tank. There are other factors like tank design also, the conical roof which was supported from inside instead of outside, which allows the polymerated this vapors who were generating from the tank, they were condensing on the inside structure and getting polymerized. Then there was some tank design change which was not properly assessed for the risk. And the last regarding the cleaning and maintenance. So the tank was last clean was 2015. So there was a 5-year gap between the cleaning of the tank. Then comes about the after tank design, there is a temperature control and measurement. So for this tank dimension, if you see, they were around 18-meter diameter and 12-meter height. For this a huge tank, only one temperature single measurement probe was provided, and that was also at the bottom. So it is apparent that the temperature from the top and middle zone will not be known to anyone what is happening there. Third thing was the TBC monitoring, that for inhibiting the avoiding the polymerization in the tank, the TBC, that inhibitor to be added, that was not available in the on the site at the time of the incident. That also aggravated the situation. Next, the operating procedure. If you talk about operating, they were not updated. Should the as that time there was a lockdown because the plant due to COVID-19, all the industries were shut down from 24th around 24th midnight, 24th March 2020 midnight till the 4th of May. So around 1 month it was shut down. However, they were with minimum manpower, they were operating the unit like to safeguard whatever chemicals they are having or storage. They were operating the uh, tanks to cool the content of the tank, the refrigerant system. There was no daily sampling. Plus, a committee found that the people who are working there, they don't have the detailed knowledge of handling and best practices for the styrene. The safety officers, chief in charge engineers are not qualified or competent, and they don't know how to tackle with this kind of emergencies. Also, they lack the basic knowledge of the emergency operation. There were uh, they were they found very difficult to handle this situation. And finally, the quality of the styrene. The quality, the styrene need to this sample to be collected was not representative. From the people were taking sample from the bottom only. They were not taking a representative sample, so they were not knowing how much polymerization is already been taken place in the tank. These are the major reasons they found during their investigation. And what lesson learned we can get this from this incident, as it is a very horrible scenario we have seen in this video, that people were on the street walking. You simply say seen that they were just falling unconscious on the roads and near the inside village also. So the as I have told you that the tank was very old. It was 53 years old tank. So there were no efforts made to upgrade the system and have latest technology like using the coating inside the tank or any vapor recovery system in for the tank. The tank was vented to atmosphere. Would have been there a vapor recovery system or some flaring system that would have prevented this release. I think go back to the slide. Yeah. Then there has to be continual learning and keeping the equipment good health, like the maintenance. The maintenance for this kind of tank, as per the guideline, has to be done every 2 years, but it was done in 2015. So there was a 5 years gap between the maintenance. The last 5 years there was no maintenance done. The senior professional guiding the adequacy should be adequately experienced and should ensure strict compliance standard operation. So there were operating procedures were available, but they were not followed. The senior professional were not guiding the adequately. The as I said, the operating personnel, they are not trained, so they should be trained to handle the on-site, off-site emergency and avoid this kind of situation. Next. As well as among the, if your facility was near to village, so there would have been a awareness program around the public that there is a hazardous chemical being handled. So there was no procedure to maintain the change. The management of change was not followed. Apart from that, there were some technical reasons like tank design. There would have been like carbon steel with coating. Then roof design would have been outside instead of inside. There were a lot of spare nozzles on the tank that would have been also avoided. So as you see, there were basic process safety information that were lagging here, as well as whenever there is a change you are doing, like any design change you are doing, it has to be properly assessed for the any new risk. So there were no process hazard analysis done. And as after the lockdown period, they were going to start the unit after a 1 month break, so no PSR were conducted. And in totality, there were not awareness about the process safety management in totality in the unit. So that was the main reason here, you can see, because if you see, this tank was last 53 years it was working, but there was no incident, but it happened in 2020. So it take only one chance to happen. So that's why process safety management has to be practiced at all level at every time. That is the biggest lesson learned from this incident. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Rizwan. It was excellent presentation, especially focusing on the technical reasons of the failures. Usually we see in every incident. Every incident, most of the cases are similar. But in this particular gas leak, right from inherent design till end, the incidents the failures has occurred. So now we open the forum for question and answers. So if anybody has any technical doubt or any question, please, it is open for you guys to ask to the speaker, please. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Ramana.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mr. Ramana. I'm Abdul calling from Oman. Thank you for sharing the information, knowledge, which we'll be gaining definitely. A few points which I might have been missed from your discussion. One thing, what was the point of leakage? And as the boiling point is about 140 plus, why this has been happened, the leakage? You says
Yeah,
there is a polymerization process which occurred by
Yeah.
itself. It took the polymerization.
Yeah.
I'm from background of chemical, but from the past 15 years, I'm in construction. I might have lost the knowledge of reaction process. If you could brief in very quick, it would be very nice.
Yeah. The first, the point of release was the vent, the deep hatch, and the vent nozzle, as the tank was atmospheric. And you correctly pointed out the boiling point is 145. However, due to this polymerization reaction happening inside the tank, the temperature of the tank content styrene increased and it reached up to 153.
Okay.
There are DCS trends available where it shows the temperature gradually increase above the boiling point, and as the pressure was built up around 1.3 bar, which causes the temperature to reach around 153.
So was
And
there
that
a
led
rupture
to-
disc at the vent line?
No safety device was
the
there.
dialogue only. Yeah, okay. Okay.
It was released from the vent, as it is an
Vent.
atmospheric tank.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Abdul Rashid. It was great to hear that people from Oman also participating in the technical meet. It was really good question, and it was really encouraging to do this type of activities. And also, I can see few people from India, even our president, Mr. Mazharuddin Sheikh, who is in vacation, also attending this technical event. This shows the interest of the people. Mr. Iftikhar is also in vacation; he is also attending. So is anybody having any other question? Please go ahead.
So there is a question in the chat box.
Yeah, I see the question from Mr. Augustine. The question is that if the analysis was carried out COVID-19 lockdown.
What if maybe? What if analysis was carried out?
Yeah, actually, like I said, the analysis were carried out, but the sample was not representative because the sampling was done from the bottom of the tank only, a single location, and there was no proper mixing happening within the tank. So that also led to even though they were doing the sampling, this incident happened.
Okay,
I
thanks very
think
much.
Srinivas, he has a question. Srinivas, can you please go ahead?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Srinivas.
Thank you, SSAP, for conducting this. I thank Rizwan for sharing the technical aspects of a case study. Here, I would like to add one more point. It's not a question, like additional point also we can discuss. That's just I want to raise that, trigger the thought.
Yes.
Here,
Yes.
Apart from this inherent safer designs, from the emergency point and land use plan point of view, when the plant was constructed, it was in a remote area of the Vizag. Whereas now, if you see it, there is almost nearly mega city. The greater Vizag is expanded around the particular plant. The same incident, there's many industries like in Bhopal also. When they constructed the Union Carbide, it was outside. Later, the city developed around it. So this kind of land use planning also, and that changes our emergency planning totally. So that
Correct.
just I want to trigger that.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Thank you, Srinivas, for adding the beautiful point of land use planning, which is one of the key aspect of the PSM elements, which is having the biggest concern these days. Thank you, Srinivas. I think we are short of time. I hope you have any questions. Please, if you have any other questions, you can personally ask the main speaker, as well as you can post it in the chat box. Now I think the time to let us move on to the next agenda. Ramana, can you please? Yeah, now this is our second presentation by Surya. He is sharing his experience on, are we really learning from different type of catastrophic incidents occurred from many years? So now it's time for Surya to go ahead. Please, Surya, go ahead. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all.
Can you share your screen, please?
Is it
please go to
visible
slide.
now?
It is visible. Please go to slideshow.
Yeah.
Yes, you are right. Please go ahead.
So, very good evening, everybody. My case study is, are we really learning a case study? Why is still going wrong? You all aware of me. I am a member of ASSP since 2008, and I presented my case in last PDC, ASSP PDC also I presented same one. I am fortunate to present that along with our present president, Mr. Majaruddin. During that time, I talked about the cases of Bhopal and the Pesticide Institute incident where MIC is involved. Then later on, when Beirut happened, my thinking went beyond that to see why these things are going wrong. So if you see this slide, all these incidents have one common cause. That is ammonium nitrate. So what is ammonium nitrate? Ammonium nitrate is a white crystalline solid inorganic chemical compound. Predominantly, it is used in nitrogen fertilizer and also used in explosive making. A powerful oxidizer releases high energy when subjected to shock or exposed to high temperatures in a confined area. Highly hygroscopic substance with nature of absorbing moisture from nature and forms aqueous solutions makes it risk of explosion increases with the combination of heating, contamination, and inside a confining space. Its explosive nature is 1000 kilograms of the ammonium nitrate is equivalent to 250 kilograms of TNT under a bulk storage conditions. Now we will venture through the different incidents because the first experience, a catastrophe that we faced due to the ammonium nitrate or ammonium sulfate nitrate in 1921 in Wachau, Germany, it happened. This is a classic case of catastrophic explosion where 4,500 tons of ammonium sulfate nitrate was stored. And as a part of hardened material loosening, they used detonation. During the detonation practice, it got fire and exploded. You can see the clatter, how the clatter has formed after the explosion. So one of the causes for this is the change MOC that was followed, because the spray process is introduced without proper evaluation, because there are very early days of industrialization and PSM not evolved. So there is no practice of MOC, but they change in the process of initializing a spray process caused this incident. The fine dust continuously formed, and that region over the period of time, because of its hygroscopic nature, it became hardened and it accumulated up to 0.5 meters thickness. So in order to loosen it, they used to do detonation regularly. It has been done as a practice. But unfortunately, on the day of the incident, it caught a fire and then lead to major explosion. So the ammonium nitrate fraction has to be maintained. Ammonium nitrate sulfate ratio need to be properly maintained, but nobody observed that it crossed the limited ratio maintenance. So the lessons learned from this incident is, as I said earlier, management change, which is not in practice as time, because the change of drying process from spray process, they changed it. The influence of process change upon the safety characteristics of the handled material must be determined. If a process has an extremely high hazard potential, it must be impossible that one single fault, deviation from correct chemical composition of ASN, can activate this hazard potential. Then we will go to the next incident that happened on the 16th of April 1947 in Texas City. The SS Grand Camp explosion at Texas port. With the ship is carrying a combustible material, sisal, cotton, peanuts, and small arms ammonium nitrate also along with it. Early in the morning, the fire was caught. The ship exploded while fire control measures were being carried out. The entire dock area got destroyed along with nearby Monsanto chemical companies, smaller companies, warehouses, and storage tanks. Flying debris prompted more explosions, and tidal waves of up to 13 feet high has swept the dock area. It is like a tsunami due to the explosion, and destroyed a minimum 1,000 residences and buildings. The lessons learned from this incident is always treat any scene with ammonium nitrate or any other explosive compound as just that of an explosive device. First responders do not have the appropriate PPE to protect themselves from any energetic material. Then we shift to the another incident of the ammonium nitrate, which happened on September 21st, 2001 in France. The explosion occurred in a downgraded ammonium nitrate storage where 400 tons of the product has been stored. The equivalent of the mass explosion of this estimated to be at 20 to 40 tons of TNT. You can see the photos of the explosion before and after. how disaster it is. The crater which formed there is indicative that how big the explosion is. And lessons learned from this is redefinition of ammonium nitrate to cover lower percentage compositions, necessary to improve quality of hazard studies and their homogeneity between different industrial sites, reduce the risk posed by hazardous installations with via various measures such as double confinement and breaking up stock into smaller amounts. Ports and marshalling acts. Define new land use planning rules that deal with potential hazardous situations. So on October 3rd, 2013, agent of fans, another incident that has happened again. This incident is a sequence of events. We need not go through it. But the surprising fact is the home and all of this is 26 injuries, 18 firefighters, 9 of whom are seriously injured, and it resulted in loss of hearing losses to a far distance. Some individuals positioned far away at 50 meters away, but they lost their hearing powers, and bystanders also got injuries. Knocked by the effect of the blast in some areas, caught hit projectiles. So the lessons learned is clean, well ventilated and appropriately signed premises shall be maintained always while you are storing and handling ammonium nitrate. No smoking signages need to be placed everywhere. Ensure that electrical circuits and equipments in good working condition are ordered in compliance with the IP standards or applicable regulatory standards. Workplace safe guidelines developed by the farmer, who is also responsible for ensuring that to content of known applied by all. We need to notify, as the previous societal risk need to be addressed in our respective crisis management plans. Bag storage need to be properly managed. Fertilizer storage in a barn that contains none of the following. Ensure that there is no straw, no hay, no cereal, no livestock, combustible material, sawdust, wooden cattle, nothing that aggravates the fire should not be there. No combustive agent shall be available there. Prohibition of fertilizer storage in zones with direct access to hotspots, flames, bare lights, bulbs, etc. Electrical wiring to be properly secured and ensure that it will not lead to be a ignition source in the event of a release of the vapors. Fertilizer contamination by eventual fuels or leaks has to be taken care, because one of the expected cause is the fuel mixed with the ammonium nitrate dust and resulted in this major fire explosion. Vehicle with hotspots, the vehicle is a non-sparking vehicle should be only allowed in the area. In the event of the risk of the fire, the farmer must be able to identify products with the assistance of commercial documentation, as well as indicate to responders the quality of fertilizer present on site, because we have to notify the area fire teams or responders how much quantity of each one is available there. Accordingly, they can prepare, because in this the next incident is another one, the transportation of this ammonium nitrate in Romania on 24th of May 2004. One truck is going and it met with an accident. Then it resulted in a big explosion. This explosion is felt at 160 kilometers far from this location, and it was registered as 2 explosions, and earthquake of around 2.2 meter scale is registered. The 150 meters of the main road, as is shown in the picture, that got destroyed. 16 houses got damaged, windows broken or roofs damaged, 6 private cars got damaged, and a lot of people around there got affected with this. So the learning from incident is a general conclusion is that both accidental and deliberate accident will continue to occur unless best practices are implemented in industry, and the transportation or logistical management has to be addressed properly. Unless we do not implement the lessons learned from the previous incidents, we cannot achieve a safety measures to while handling ammonium nitrate. Considering the earthquakes measured here, there should be 2 major explosions happened. The equivalency could be associated with. A more detailed analysis of the explosion is necessary for determination of TNT equivalency. That's what the investigation has found in this, because they were unable to assess the TNT explosion equivalencies, because even though the earthquake measurement system determined 2 largest explosions, but they were unable to arrive at actual intensity of the earthquake caused by these explosions. Then again in the April 17th in this West Texas, Another explosion happened in the West Fertilizer Company fire explosion, where 12 emergency respondents and 3 members of the public got fatally injured. Local hospitals treated more than 260 injured victims, many of whom required hospital admission. The blast completely destroyed the facility, as we see in the picture, and caused widespread damage to more than 150 off-site nearby buildings. That means it is involved in a major societal risk. The explosion happened at about the same time as mentioned in that. 20 minutes after the first signs of fire were reported to the local 9 emergency response dispatch center, several local volunteers and fire departments responded to the facility, which had stockpile of between 40 to 60 tons of fertilizer grade ammonium nitrate available there. So leading indicators that were ignored or violated. In 2009, insurer of the West Fertilizer Company did not renew the insurance because they are not complying the automobile and driver storage and application of dry and liquid fertilizers and grain feed milling and anhydrous ammonia maintenance conditions. The insurer rejected the insurance. Very important observation we need to understand here. The loss control specialist found that there is a 440 volt wire ran through from the pole on the north side of the plant through the bulk fertilizer facility to the anhydrous ammonious area tank on the south side of the facility, which was not properly managed. And on aluminum ground wire showed noticeable signs of corrosion from the fertilizer. The loss control specialist noted that the wire could lose its ability to ground, potentially causing shock and fire hazards. These losses all recorded. Several temporary lighting sockets needed to be wired in permanently to reduce the potential for electrical shocks and fire hazards. So there is no incident command system is available. There is no hazmat available. There is lack of established incident management system is in place. There is lack of knowledge and understanding of the detonation hazards of the fertilizer grade ammonium nitrate are there. Lack of situational awareness and risk assessment knowledge. Lack of pre-incident planning at the facility. Limited and conflicting technological guidance of the ammonium nitrate. So lessons learned from a previous incident, FGA and related fires and explosions not implemented or not followed, even by the fire responders not aware of the hazards posed by the FGAN. The technical findings includes combustible material as well as along construction and facility. We are stored together with this ammonium nitrate, which is one of the root causes for this one. On the basis of interviews of the witnesses supporting photographic evidence, the first observed fire and smoke originated in and above the seed room, progressed throughout the northern half of the facility. So the fertilizer grade contamination from the soot, molten asphalt and molten polyvinyl chloride from an overhead conveyor produced a detonable mixture of combustible FGAN oxidizers. Increased ventilation generated a brighter and hotter flame, heating the FGAN fuel mixture on the surface of the pile. So regulatory findings, Occupational Safety Health Administration efforts to oversee facility that store and handle FGAN fell short at the time of the incident. Insurers, as we discussed earlier, insurance rejected insurance for the facility based on the non-compliance to loss prevention conditions. Emergency responders are unaware of the hazards associated with the ammonium nitrate handling. Then we will go to another incident that has happened on the 12th August in 2015 in Tianjin, China. There are series of explosions happened there, and 800 tons of ammonium nitrate were stored there. Fire caused expected to be burned uncontrolled throughout the weekend, and it continued for a long time. With this exploit, the state also not having the emergency crisis management plan. A fire continuously running for a week or over, that means the state itself unable to control it. The cause of the explosion, as per later included investigation in 2050, that an overheated container of dry nitrocellulose was the cause of the initial explosion. Nitrocellulose is highly explosive or highly flammable combustible one, which has led to the incident. If you see the photos here, it will be very frightening. So there are 173 deaths caused by this incident, 8 people found missing, and 797 non-fatal injuries. If you see the collapse of the building surrounding, that is indicated 304 buildings were collapsed completely, and 1,228 cars got damaged, and 7,533 containers were badly destroyed, and 320.6 tons of sodium cyanide and large amount of other chemicals were dispersed due to the incidents from the adjacent or within the facility. So this incident continued for long period, no, more than over a week. If you see these pictures, it is very clearly we can understand. Damage to structures, nearby buildings, all frameworks and all have of the buildings completely gone. And before and after satellite pictures, if you see before and after, this is a clear indication that how critical and how big the incident was. Again on 2019, March 21st, another incident happened in Chengjiang in China. So this is also another major explosion causing due to ammonium nitrate only. So 4 people were severely injured. 32 of them were critically injured. Around 640 people required hospital treatment were taken to 16 hospitals. They detected 2.2 artificial earthquake because of the explosion as per the guidelines given there. So the last but not least, this August 4th, 2020, the Beirut, Lebanon, we all aware of it, how the incident has happened. Ammonium nitrate explosion killed 218 people, including all different nationals who are visiting the Lebanon, being a tourist attraction there. And it wounded 7,000 people, of whom at least 150 acquired a physical disability, caused untold psychological harm and damaged 77,000 apartments, and displacing over 3 lakh people. At least 3 children between the ages unfortunately lost their lives. 31 children required hospitalization. 1,000 children were injured because of the nearby lot of schools and residential areas are there. And 80,000 children were left without a home. The explosion affected 163 public and private schools and rendered half of Beirut's healthcare centers non-functional. And it impacted 56% of the private business in Beirut. There is extensive damage to infrastructure, including transport, energy, water, supply, sanitation. The estimation could be around 390 to 475 million US dollars losses. And as per World Bank, the explosion caused an estimated 3.8 to 4.6 billion of the material loss or damage. It resulted in ammonia gas and nitrogen oxides being released into the air, potentially with toxins from other materials that may have also ignited as a result of the explosion. Ammonia gas and nitrogen oxides are harmful to the environment as well as to the respiratory system. Destruction is estimated to have created up to 8 lakh tons of construction and demolition waste. Because of this major explosion, a lot of buildings collapsed. This construction waste disposal will be another issue. So up to $100 million the environmental degradation assessed by the UNDP. The causes and lessons, sheer human negligence. Nobody can say that, because it is not intended to take the responsibility of storing the ammonium nitrate, but it was enforced on. It is lying there from since 2013, and no lessons learned. There was extensive damage to infrastructure. So how we could, okay, we see all the incidents from almost 99 years of history, ammonium nitrate incidents, starting from 1921 to Beirut 2020, and hope nothing will happen. But Romania is next, being in the war zone, is storing a highest amount of ammonium nitrate there that need to be taken care of also. So what we should do, first thing is, we need to ensure that a proper ventilation is available wherever you are storing ammonium nitrate, and isolation of the facility, ammonium nitrate storage area, from the rest of where combustible or flammable materials, as well as other sources or other different materials which may cause fire or explosion. Temperature control system, always ensure that no extensive temperature is there available. So the storage amount also we need to reduce, minimize the amount storage, because keeping large quantities in open areas or open warehouses is not containable. And now there is a recommendation also to have a fire detection as well as fire suppression systems in ammonia storage facilities, and avoidance of combustible and contaminants in the areas where the ammonium nitrate is being stored. Now we can just a quick look, because these are only major incidents I have taken. Close to 2,000 incidents happened over a period of past 100 years relating to ammonium nitrate and related chemicals. Whereas based on this case study, if we see Wapau and Texas City 1947 happened, but later on we have a OSHA regulated PSM launched in 1992. CFR came. Most of the people where these incidents happened post 92 had a PSM in place or not in compliant with that one or not 100% compliant. So these things still going wrong. So that's it. This is my presentation. So whether the question that always haunts us when the catastrophes of the similar nature keep on happening, are we really learning? If we are really learning and implementing and evading the causes of incidents, then why still things going wrong? So with that, I conclude my presentation, and thank you ASSP for giving me this opportunity to raise my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Surya, for the wonderful presentation on ammonium nitrate, which is having the major issue around the world. Even today, after the Beirut explosion, I still remember during the lockdown, this was also occurred. People were staying in the homes, and this incident was one of the worst incident happened with so much of explosions, series of explosions back to back, where people cannot escape. Both the incidents today, what we have presented, happened during the lockdown period of COVID-19. I still remember after this incident, every state, every country started looking out of ammonium nitrate. Even in India, many chief ministers were having immediate meetings to check whether they have ammonium nitrate stored in their warehouses. So I hope, as you said, are we really learning? Yes, we hope and we best that inshallah we will learn from these incidents and avoid a similar type of incidents in future. So once again, I hope, thank you, and I open the forum for the questions for the members. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Surya.
Thank you, Yarsad.
Good evening to everyone.
Yeah, please introduce yourself and ask your question. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. I'm Mr. Augustine. I'm from Cameroon. I would like to ask a question. I will first of all like to thank the engineer for the wonderful presentation. It was really awesome. Please, I would like to ask if before the installation of these plants, these different plants in which you have the catastrophic incidents, before the installation of these plants, was a proper survey or a proper assessment taken into consideration? Because this incident has caused a lot of lives and a lot of properties damaged. So I don't know if a proper assessment was carried out before the implementation of these different companies. Thank you.
Very good question, my friend. Societal risk, to me, being in the practice of HSC for over a period, it is an lightly taken or ignored thing. Now we need to focus while doing studies of the projects. We need to focus more on societal risks. In fact, now there is a standard COMA, control of major accident hazards. But where to fit it effectively? Because we were doing studies where manning and all things we will consider within the facility. Whereas if the facility unable to control a risk and goes out of its hands, like Bhopal, if you say, the society is at risk which doesn't know anything about the risks. So that societal risk mitigation plays very key role. So that is that need to be addressed effectively to save the societies, especially from these catastrophic incidents.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome, dear.
Is anyone having another question? We will take one more question, I think. Yeah, I think people are fine. If you have any questions later on, subject to the technical presentation, especially on ammonium nitrate or styrene, Please post your questions to the speakers, or you can post it even in the ASSP portal. We have a technical guide link where people can ask any PSM related question, so that the expert PSM experts will give the response to that particular question. Once again, I would like to thank everyone from ASSP Kuwait chapter to the speakers. Now the floor back to Ramana and the ASSP Kuwait. Thank you.
Thank you, Arshadaji. Good evening, all. Now it's a quiz time. I am going to post a link which contains Google form.
Ramna, just wait a few moments, and after that you can release. As our president, Mr. Mazruddin Sheikh, is among us, and I would like to welcome our president and inviting him to say few words and some value-added information to us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ifam. And I'm welcoming once again all of you to this. Actually, I am at a place where it's only the nature and very less interaction with humans developed technology. So I was not getting a network, so I missed initial 5-10 minutes. Thanks everyone for joining, and this two wonderful presentations from my very close friends, Mr. Rizwan. What you have presented, really, it was very required. This lesson learned from each and every incident what we are hearing or listening about. And of course, Mr. Tata Venkata, he is having huge experience. We know each other since very long time. Am I audible, Ramanna?
Yes,
Yes, you are clear.
Hello. Yes, sorry. So the main focus of both presentations were to enhance our knowledge and to apply the learnings. Now, PSM, these are the incidents which we discussed today. But if you open the newspaper or just Google, I'm sure you will find once a week a process safety incident or an incident related to hazardous chemical in some part of the world. Just last month, we have heard about 13-14 people died due to chlorine leakage. Of course, the reason was improper lifting and all other things will come out. But after all, it's a chemical. Before that, in my city, near to my city, there was one explosion in one of the agricultural product manufacturing company, fertilizer company. In same, they are also using ammonium nitrate. And every week or two, I'm listening about any process safety or chemical related incident. And what is the best stage? Some few of you must be having the question: what is the best stage to reduce the residual risk to operational people as well as the society, to the society, is design stage. I remember now, before Corona, Mr. Arshad Ayub has presented in one of the hotel, Best Western Hotel, where we organized about project stage gates. And he has given a very nice idea about how we can reduce the residual risk to operational people as well as to the society, those who are not involved in the operation, but they are living nearby our operation area. So the best stage is design stage. If you start your design well, you consider your separation distances, you consider your inherently safer design, you consider your layers of protection well, of course, you are going to have very, very, very safe operation for a very long term. We cannot deny the importance of operation and maintenance also. It is also very much required to keep this all layers of protection in their efficient condition. But to reduce the risk significantly, the first stage is design stage. And I'm really very thankful to our new committee, PSM committee, which is headed by Mr. Arshad Ayub. And both of today's speakers are supporting us through that committee, by participating in that committee, by being a part of that committee to improve PSM or PSM based knowledge for our members, as well as those who are interested to improve their knowledge in PSM, and also from different countries. There is a committee we have established, and I'm very thankful to each and every member. They have started their tenure in very excellent way. Apart from this, I would like to share today that ASSP Kuwait chapter in third consecutive year received a platinum level award from the ASSP US. So this is a very, very great achievement by the ASSP Kuwait chapter. Platinum award is not so easy. There are very stringent criterias we should fulfill during the year. And we are the only chapter in the region 9 who received this award in third consecutive year. So I would like to congratulate each and everyone who is attending here and who was part and is part of ASSP Kuwait chapter since long, and contributing in direct or indirect way to ASSP chapter. So thank you so much for this, and we will continue this. Maybe we will change the time from Wednesday to Saturday, but it will be given in advance. So thanks once again to both speakers and all the attendees. Thank you so much. We will be continuing the same. And with your support, we will continue our journey as a platinum chapter in future also. Thank you so much. Back to Mr. Abulifam.
Thank you, Mr. President Mazuddin Sheikh. A wonderful information you shared with us, and congratulations to all members, and thank you for your all supports. I don't want to take too much of your time. However, you must know that this forum was established few years ago with the support of Mr. Ujwal Ritwik, who is the ex-HSC advisor from KNPC and one of the founder of ASSP Kuwait chapter. Due to some reason, he is not in today's session, and maybe in upcoming session he will be joining us. So we should be thankful to him. So I would request to Mr. Ramna to go further. And if there are any new members and or participants, they can introduce themselves. And in between, there could be a Q sessions.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Abulifam. Good evening, all, once again. Now, I'm going to paste a Google Forms link, which contains few quiz questions and feedback. I request everyone to participate in the quiz. And then we have an automated system to issue participation certificates. So it is mandatory to attend and participate in the quiz to get the participation certificate. If you are not if you are not participating in the quiz, the certificate won't be coming to your email. I request everyone to type your full name properly, not in all caps lock or something. Put your proper name without any spelling mistake when the specified field comes. Yeah, I have added the link. Just follow that one, and we'll continue for 2 minutes. And after that, we'll go for networking for 2 minutes only. The link will be open for 2 minutes. In the meantime, we can go for felicitation, I think. Shall we go, Majarji?
Yeah, please, please. So everyone, I hope you are able to open the link given in the chat box.
Yes, you can continue the presentation.
So once again, I would like to thank both of our speakers today, Mr. Venkatesha and Mr. Rizwan. This is really, honor for us. So what least we can do is, as a token of thanks to both of you, please accept. Please accept certificate from ASSP Kuwait chapter side. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Also, Mr. Rizwan Parkar is my very close friend, as well as Mr. Venkatesh. Thanks to you also, Mr. Rizwan, for taking this responsibility for being a part of the chapter, both of you, and being a part of the committee and organizing today's event and participate as a speaker. Thank you, Mr. Rizwan. Please accept the token of appreciation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now I think we can wait for the quiz results from the Ramanna.
Just
Ramanna.
30 seconds.
Ramanna, what is the time?
Just 30 seconds only. We'll conclude it.
How many questions are there, Ramanna?
Only
attend?
6 questions. Waiting for the answers actually. Correct answers we got only so far. We received only 2. We are waiting for the third one.
Okay, great. Please, everyone, try to attempt, because I'm sure you will. When you will just read a question carefully, you will get your answer. There will not be any trouble, inshallah.
In between, if any new members are there or new participants, they can introduce themselves.
Yeah. And also, we are going to have a very excellent gift at the end of the year, where we will select from those who has attended most of this technical meet, and given highest number of correct answer in the least time. So the person will not get only benefit of the knowledge, but also for the encouragement from the ASSP Kuwait chapter side. We will give a token of appreciation to 3 people who will be attending regular PSM meets, as well as participating in the question answers and winning them. So I request all of you, please take participation and submit your answers as fast as possible.
Yeah.
You can.
Done.
Thank you.
Please share here.
So, Mr. Abul Ifam, back to you.
Yeah, thank you.
1 minute, Majarji, we are going to share the announcement. Like,
Yeah,
in
sure.
What happened? Go ahead, Riyaz, then.
Yeah.
Majarji, are you there?
Congratulations, Mr. Abdul Rashid,
Okay.
for answering the questions in a short period of time. Mashallah, very good.
Inshallah, good. Congratulations. Yes, again, congratulations to Mr. Jasser Rumani as a winner too. And congratulations to winner 3, Mr. Suhail Khan Pathan. It's a wonderful participations. Thank you very much. And now it's time to call our Vice President, Mr. Safdar Ali Khan, for announcement and conducting concluding remarks, who are background of the society and active members of this chapter. So, Mr. Safdar Ali Khan.
Thank you, Secretary Mr. Ifam, and wonderful effort by Arshad Ayub and his team. And special thank to our two speaker, Mr. Rizwan Jamaluddin Parkar, for his presentation, Styrene Gas Leak Incident Post-COVID Lockdown in Vizag. And thank you again, Mr. Tata Venkat Surya Prakash, Project Manager Chola MS Risk Services, for presentation, Are We Really Learning and Still Going Wrong, based on the case study on few catastrophic incidents. Those who has missed this opportunity in this startup, they can still visit our YouTube page. There are a series of all recordings are there. And those who missed that quiz participation also, they can see the questions and answers too, because this quiz was based on this. And thank you again for coming forward and supporting this PSM forum. And we look forward for your continued support in this. I also thank our chapter staff, Mr. Riaz Ramana, and all attendees who has spared their time in spreading the awareness and having some takeaway message from this. On chat box, we have shared our WhatsApp number and also our email address. If you have something, feedback and suggestion, you can come forward and suggest us. Now, among the participants, if someone is willing to participate in the presentation should be of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. We are ready to support you in preparation and presentation if you are coming forward. So anyone who is interested, please come forward and nominate your name to Mr. Arshad Ayub or Mr. Ravana. With that, we have started on time, and Alhamdulillah, we are on time, and that will be our target each month when we are meeting it. And also thank to our president for addressing this, that we have received a prestigious award, that is the Platinum Award in the 3rd time. And it is really valuable from each of you as a member, small or jointly or collectively effort. And we look forward for your continued support. Together we sign together. And thank you very much for participating today event. Thank you and good night.
Thank you all.
Thank
you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you. See you. Bye.
See you next meet.
Okay. We can continue for another 5 minutes. Those who wants to talk, you can open your mic and talk. as a networking option, we can have 5 more minutes to continue.
Yeah, good evening to everyone once more.
Good evening.
I'm Mr. Aito Augustine. I'm a member of ASSP Nigeria chapter.
Okay.
I'm really impressed with the presentations today. I've learned a lot, and I also like to send my contact so I can be added in the Kuwait chapter WhatsApp group.
Sure, sure. You just note down our number and send a text message. You are there, right? Already?
No, I'm not in the WhatsApp group already, so I will send my number, my WhatsApp number.
You are there, I think. Okay, anyway, in the chat box, we have given our WhatsApp number. You just save that number and send a text message. Otherwise, you won't be receiving. You know, we are doing broadcast messaging. Okay, to get the message, you have to save our number in your device. Then only you will be receiving our messages.
Okay,
that's why just save that number and send a message, like text message, so that we'll add you in a group.
Okay, sir.
After that, you will be receiving our messages continuously. Okay.
Okay, I'll do just that, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you very much. Okay, and there is a chance to present also. If you have any intention to present a case study or something, if you got experience in any of the incidents, you can also share to our society, like community. You just WhatsApp me with the details. We'll check those things, and we can add you in the next meeting, next upcoming meetings. Okay, those who are interested, you can put the details in the chat box. We are ready to take your, you know, you can give the opportunity to learners. Okay. Now I request our advisory committee member Ashok Garlapati ji to give address.
Thank you, Ramana. Thank you very much, and happy to be part of this. But I just joined. In fact, I was in the other advisory group meeting, which ASSP US has started. It got over by 8:29. Then I immediately joined here, and when I joined, Mr. Safdar was giving his closing remarks. But the main purpose of me joining is again to share some of the good resource which is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, I am also delivering a session, particularly on the construction industry, how you can enhance the construction safety management. I'm delivering with my long-term friend, Mr. Jitu Patel, who is in USA. We'll be delivering on behalf of the SQC, which is a company in Dubai. They are also doing some friendly webinars as part of the knowledge sharing, along with the J&A Global and Bharat HSC Foundation. So after my briefing, I'll be posting that Zoom link in the chat box. If anybody is interested, they are welcome to join, clicking the link. Of course, it's a complimentary. You are welcome to join and attend tomorrow, 21st July at 4 p.m. Dubai time, 3 p.m. Kuwait time, I think 1 p.m. Nigeria time, and 6:30 or 5:30 p.m. India time, and so on. So that's what I just wanted to share, Ramana. And thank you for inviting me on the for briefing on this particular resource. Thank you, Ramana. I'm just sharing. Just let me copy from my link, and I'm sharing you here. 1 minute, yeah. Ramana, don't close it until I share.
No, I won't close. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. And thanks for joining after your hectic schedule also. Okay, it's
Yes.
pleasure. Thank you.
1 minute, I'm just sharing. And there will be e-certificate also for the people who are joining on that. So That's why I wanted to share for the benefit of everybody. It is coming now. It came now. Just check it. Before Ramana closes, click on that link or copy that message so that you can register afterwards. Ramana, back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And if anyone would like to open your mic and talk, you're always welcome. You can give your suggestions and any advices we are ready to take to improve ourselves. Yeah,
Good evening.
Mr. DTN
Yes,
Ramkumarji, welcome.
yes. I would like to really appreciate and thank one and all executive members and the ASSP current committee members, and especially Mr. Fadl Ali and our Guru Jamaluddin sir, and tremendous efforts. And I know how much effort it needs to have one session, even though it sounds like one technical session, but there is a lot of amount of the pressure, the time, the dedication, the commitment. All these elements are crucially indispensable when it comes to the learning and leadership. Both are indispensable. I commend, and I have personally enhanced, though I do PSM courses time and again, though we learn, each slide was informative. That's what I want to say today. The key message to the presenter. Thank you. Very interactive session and very eye-opening. At the same time, we as a ASSP Kuwait chapter members, and I sincerely congratulate to the Kuwait chapter for achieving Platinum Award, highest. And what an interesting information we have today. You made my day. All members of the ASSP Kuwait chapter are heroes and heroic deeds. The people who are there in the executive member, as an executive chapter member and advisory board. Hats off to one and all for taking our chapter to a new horizon where we are connecting, thinking locally, like our Ashok Garlapati says, think locally but act globally. This is exactly I am witness today. And without further ado, I would like to commend one and all, especially our executive members and the organizing team, and Venkat Ramana, and everyone, especially the presenter as well. Wishing you happy and successful, prosperous years ahead. And I personally recommend any member who, even a safety officer, can sharpen his skills. If you have a knife, if it is blunt, it considered to be useful. No, it is not useful. I'm learning. Let us all learn together to make a world a lot more difference, saving lives of people, property, and environment through the process safety. Thank you very much for giving me the time and the opportunity to speak. And back to you, Venkat Ramana. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Ramana.
Yeah, Majaji. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, my friend Ram Kumar, for these words and words of appreciation. Of course, as you know and as you shared with all, it takes a lot of efforts to make one technical meet, just not to arrange, but to make it successful. And it takes a lot of time for presenters also to, make the presentation, to put the key things on those slides, because this is not the kind of a lecture or kind of a training program. They need to tell things in very short period of time, covering different level of minds, different level of experiences, different level of different kind of industrial experienced people, and they need to keep all this in their mind while preparing a presentation. So yes, I would like to emphasize on this thing once again, that the team is working so hard without expectation of any return, just to work for a society. So this is very wonderful things, and we are very thankful to all of you, each and every member as well as non-member, who are joining us and who are motivating us to do such kind of technical meets and other training programs, and even PDC conference and all. We are really very much thankful. Whatever level we are at today, right now, in last 22 years, we started ASSP chapter with the first meeting under a tree, and today we are a platinum chapter, which is the highest recognition in ASSP. And ASSP is not just to say ASSP, it's nearly 100 years old organization we are talking about, right, working for the society. So each and every one has contributed to this result of getting a platinum level recognition. Thanks all. And I request Mr. Ram Kumar, we haven't heard a very nice, knowledgeable things from your side. I request you that maybe not next month, because I see you are very busy. For July, August, the working timings for us are different. So maybe in September or October, I request you once again, you just throw a light of your knowledge on us and present in one of the PSM technical meet, inshallah.
Yes, definitely. I do. I get motivated early following the leaders like you, Mr. Muhammad Mazharuddin Sheikh. If people like us don't come forward and present and learn, how will we become a role model for a youth, especially the young engineers and safety officers? And thank you. I do commit definitely in the month of October. Ramana, please, you may mark my presentation for 10 minutes. I will come up with a nice topic.
Sure, noted, Ramji.
Thank you, Ram Kumar ji, for pre-booking us. Thank you very much. We will be expecting this.
As usual, we all much.
Thank you.
Hello, Ramanaji.
Hello. Yeah, Mr. Yes.
Shall we, I think, shall we close or?
Yeah, we can close now. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ramana, and thank you, Riyazi, and all, Arshad and everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Arifji. Okay, see you in our
Thank
next
you.
meeting.
Thank you very
Bye. Good
much.
night. Good night, Ramana.